One of my best, most favoritist students sent this one over to me and said, you gotta do this one. Oh, and I really enjoyed the last Eminence Eddie vocal analysis video. It's just such a unique thing, playing the violin and singing and screaming and all the different sounds he gets out of his voice. So this one's live too. Thank you, Sennheiser.
What's the point of living in the dark? Trying to stop the bleeding of the heart. Tell me why you've forsaken me. Only death will ever set me free. Take this pain away.
Whoa. Listen to his use of breath with those notes. It's just beautiful.
What's the point of living in the dark?
The dark, no, the dark. There's a compressed breath over this. He's not dumping air. The dark. That's a really hard thing to do because he sounds relaxed and resigned, but also there's an intensity and a fullness to his tone that you don't get simply by just whisper singing or dumping air. And it's hard to maintain good pitch too, which he's doing very well.
Point of living in the dark.
You can hear the compressed breath on the end of dark because the tone goes away. Dark.
Trying to stop the bleeding of the heart. Tell me why you've forsaken me. Only death will ever set me free.
Free. Going up into his head voice and then breathing out of it. Free chest voice, head voice. Ooh.
Take this pain away.
Beautiful. I love this. Listen to the heavy guitars and the right now. Oh. So cool. This is just, it's that Metallica S&M ethos on a whole other level. The blend, the arrangement, that's speechless.
Caught in a circuit, no wasted winning. I'm trying to quiet the voice in my head. Just cut me open and leave me for dead. I can't die, but in front of my son, Lord knows I tried. Watch that night, like a knife in my back, into the blood. There's something in there.
I love that the harmonies, they blend real well, the piano player and Eddie, but there's there's this sense of imperfection and that raw energy that's still there. That's great.
There's something in there. Pulling me down in the deep. Won't you follow me to the edge? Won't you follow me? Yeah, down that path.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, down that path. Yeah.
Oh, did you hear that grounding in his chest there? He's got a chestier upper constricted scream there. I love that. And the distortion they have over it and that fold back delay, that's great. It's sounding gurglier and sweeter than it normally does. His mouth has some mouth shape and upper constricted placement is giving it that wonderful sheen. If you'd like to learn how to sing and or scream with these kinds of interesting flares to your voice, but aren't quite sure where to start, click the link below and join my free voice course in the pinned comment or video description, and I'll help you start to pull things out of your voice you never knew were there, so that you can freely experiment and do some of these things successfully and well.
I feel a cold breath on my neck, telling me that I could be next. Every day is a struggle to deal with the pain. Everything's changing, but I stay the same. Why can't I put a thorn in my side? Lord knows I tried. Watch them ride like a knife in my back. Into the bed. There's something in there. Pulling me down in the
Low sludge.
There's something in there. Pulling me down in the deep. Won't you follow me to the edge? Won't you follow me? There's something in the water. Pulling me down in the deep.
Better than any studio recording you could ever do. With the trade-offs that are being made and the arrangement, it's just... Yeah, you can really tell, like, contrasting what Eddie does versus Andy Cizek, who I've been working with in various courses and videos here on the channel. Andy's got that head voice approach to his fry scream. And coming down, he's clearly coming up, which is a lot more like Lauren Babbitt, who I've also worked with. Getting that sort of, you can hear it in his approach and his descent. Great sound. I love how with that entrance, I both expected something to erupt, but also was completely surprised by the swell of strings. Beautiful. It hits you and cradles you at the same time. The mouth shape, bringing that to a lower disposition, a lower posture and sound. The last video I did on Imminence and Eddie, I break down his different screaming textures quite a bit. I hope you get a chance to check that out. I'll link it at the end of this video. Now, that guitar player is doing that low constriction. But they're matching tone. We've got the upper constricted sound of Eddie and the lower constricted sound going at the same time. Oh, that's a very false chord disposition. Sigh based. And they blend so well together. So cool. Listen to that again. By changing really very little mouth shape and a little bit of placement. I feel that constriction a little bit lower. It's higher constriction, lower constriction. And at the same time, I modify my mouth shape and try to place that sound, try to feel it coming over my mouth and more in my nose. Oh, wow. Absolutely beautiful. Enjoying this several more times is going to be time well spent. This was fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Here's that link to my other Imminence analysis. And again, if you'd like help with your voice, learning how to pull some of these tonalities out, singing, screaming, singing with distortion, dynamics, breathiness. If you'd like to learn how to pull some of that stuff out of your voice, but you're not quite sure how, click the link below and join my free voice course in the pinned comment or video description. We'll see you for more.